Welcome to Meet the Vegans, and this time we review Bloodshot.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloodshot 2020, directed by David S.F. Wilson in his directional debut, starring Vin Diesel, EIZA GONZALEZ, Sam Heughan, LAMORNE Morris, Toby Kebbell, and Guy Pearce. Based on the best-selling comic book Bloodshot, we follow Marine Ray Garrison after he and his wife are taken hostage and killed. He is brought back to life by a team of scientists at the Rising Spirit Technology Corporation, led by Dr. EMIL HARTING.
Enhancing Garrison's body with nanotechnology and making him a superhuman killing machine, Garrison struggles to remember anything from his past, but when the memories start flooding back, he breaks out of the R.S.T facility to go on a revenge mission to find and kill the person that killed him and his wife, or at least who he thinks killed his wife. He soon discovers that the R.S.T corporation who brought him back to life are using him as a weapon to kill off ex-employees of the organisation.
Dr. Harting tries to control Garrison's body and mind by wiping his memories and implanting new ones, to use him again to kill for him, and Garrison starts to distrust everyone and doesn't know what is real and what is not anymore. But there's more to the R.S.T corporation than what Harting is telling Garrison. He slowly pieces together his old life and realises what Dr. Harting is doing to him. So Garrison goes on a mission which may be his final one, to take down Dr. Harting and his corporation.
So, Bloodshot!
Are we happy?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
So, this movie starts out rather weirdly. You've got Vin Diesel lone wolfing on a mission, who's annihilating absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
beyond
like he doesn't even need
superpowers because it looks like he's already got superpowers.
Yeah.
To the point where there's a guy being held hostage, and the guy says, "Pull your team back." Stand down.
Yeah.
Like, he's just lone wolfed it. He ain't got no team with him.
Some team. So way back.
I mean,
way back
I don't get me wrong. I get it. It's a comic book movie. We've got to show his. I mean, come on. Look at Captain America. Steve Rogers. He was a weed. Yeah,
yeah, man.
And then he became
What a dweeb.
Captain America. This fucking dude is lone wolfing. He does not need superpowers, does he?
No.
So then, obviously, he gets kidnapped with him and his wife. Before that, there is a 90s/early 2000s montage of him and his girlfriend going around the world, and they go to the UK. That's not the UK.
That's not the UK, man. Them back alleys and that fucking street is not the UK.
And then, yeah, so Toby Kebbell's in it, which I felt was a good part in dancing.
I didn't like it. I thought, like, Sony just, like, trying to do stuff like the Marvel are, putting music and shit into it to make people, like, remember all these bits and pieces. I just didn't like it.
I get that, but
For me, it didn't gel. The whole dancing shit just did not gel.
It's that soft spot for Toby Kebbell from Dead Man's Shoes.
Yeah,
I
just
think
bromance.
Yeah, I just like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then he gets to the corporation. He doesn't know he's dead.
Generic Dr. Evil.
Yeah, and then you've got like these three other military
retards
personnel that have been there that have all had like shit go wrong, and they're dead. Like this blind dude. He's got like he can see, but the actual visual like technology that's in it is in his chest, looking up. Yeah,
but I suppose when he looks down at his dick, it'll look massive because it's closer to it.
But it's the bit where he shakes his hand, like they emphasise so much on shaking that hand, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it was like, why? What the fuck is this on about? Then you've got this bird who's breathing through a singular hole in her chest that opens up like a really weird mouth on an animal. And it's like a fish, really, isn't it? And then the only believable thing about these trio of people is the guy with the robotic feet.
Yeah.
Because that's feasible. You could imagine
but
that.
then we are watching a film about Bloodshot, who nanotechnology. Yeah, they've not really got that far, have they? So.
Oh, no, but I get it, right? I get it's sci-fi, I get it's futuristic, but it's beyond. I'm sorry. Do a Data from Star Trek Next Generation or something. Give him something across here that gives him the ability to see.
Yeah.
Not on his chest looking up. It's just daft, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then you've got Vin Diesel.
Right? Don't even fucking mention that guy's name.
Don't get me wrong, right? I like the whole nanotechnology inside something. I mean,
yeah.
Like when we saw it in
We are getting to that sort of point in like human history, like where these things are sort of like, they're in the grasp, basically.
I mean, my first real, like, not first real remembering of it, but the first movie that I really liked with the nanotechnology, Jason X.
Right,
It's kind of a little bit reminiscent of that in a way.
Yeah.
and it's very RoboCop-esque in a way at points, and I said that in the trailer, didn't I? When it first came out, it was a bit RoboCop-esque, and it's like the pulling angles from all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I get it, the nanotechnology in his blood, I thought, that is Bloodshot. That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
And, big props to him. It was good.
Would you have liked this movie if it was Jared Leto? Because apparently that's how it was going to be.
What?
Yeah, this has been in like production hell for years, apparently. Since like 2012 or something like that. And apparently Jared Leto was supposed to be doing Bloodshot.
Yeah, but then he wanted to do
But
Morbius.
then at least he has a bit of, depth. I don't like Jared Leto, but he's got fucking depth.
I think my
Vin
favourite
Diesel
film,
doesn't.
the two films that I like Jared Leto in is Dallas Buyers Club.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely love him in that, and Requiem for a Dream. It's the first ever movie I've ever saw him in.
Yeah.
That is, if he gained his movie career from that film, and you can't knock the guy. It's an amazing film. It's a bit out there, a bit weird. Don't necessarily show it to kids, but it was a good film.
Yeah.
I can get him why he's doing stuff like that. But it's like this
Vin
film.
Diesel's fucking wooden as fuck, though.
And
The best
I
thing he
agree.
did was fucking Groot. Yeah.
And this movie doesn't do itself any favours by answering the questions it's asking immediately after.
Yeah.
You have learned within 2 minutes, straight 2 minutes, what Vin Diesel can do.
Yeah.
2 minutes, that's all it takes. That is not what it is. A superhero movie stretches it throughout the film. The superhero...
There's no struggle.
No, and
there's no like
the
he's
growth of the
coming up
powers.
again. He's like he was at the top. Now he's got this nanotechnology and he's got to learn it all over again. There was none of that.
There's no
like,
growth.
coming back up.
There was
again.
no
It just
growth
like,
in it whatsoever.
Oh, I'm going back out to kill the person. There we go.
Yeah.
So I've connected to the internet. I'm fucking ace, and now I can fly a fucking airplane.
Yes, that was just weird.
What the fuck?
It was just weird.
If he
to
was
even
Johnny
see
Five,
that.
fair enough. You know
That's
what I mean?
But these are all these movies. It was ripped out of The Matrix. We saw No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
We've seen RoboCop.
Yeah.
This is Bloodshot. We're not taking from other movies.
Yeah.
This is a comic book character. Take it from bloody Bloodshot.
Yeah,
not
like I said,
fucking
I
every
just
other
think
movie.
that the director, David S.F. Wilson, just basically bit off more than he could chew with this
Yeah,
movie.
I
If he'd
think
done a
you're gonna-
smaller one, a smaller movie, lesser a budget, and that, it would have been all right for his fucking directional debut.
They should have
But-
given this. I mean, if David S. Goyer had written this, which he's the one who wrote a lot of the modern superhero movies, we might have had a chance.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't necessarily direct them, but he writes a bloody good script. He was involved in The Dark Knights. He was involved in all sorts, Goya. It's things like that they need to look at. If you're going to introduce a new range of characters from a new not from a new comic book line, but introduce a new comic book line into the movies,
Yeah.
this is what you need to be doing. Bring someone in pardon me. Bring someone in that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Rather than just trying to get people to sit in the cinema and watch it, actually think about what the fuck you are doing.
It's
And
just
Vin
a bit,
Diesel, please, stop acting. You can't do it. Please.
I just feel
I'm going to start a petition. Stop Vin Diesel from acting. You can do Groot, you can do CG characters and animation and that, but please, get your fucking white fucking singlet vest off the fucking... Every fucking film,
we know what we should
man.
do. We should name every movie that we've ever seen with him in that vest.
Oh, Triple X.
A Man Apart.
Fast and Furious.
I don't know any other movies.
I bet you any money he was wearing it when he was doing the Iron Giant. I bet
That was his first ever movie.
I bet he was wearing it then. It's like that. It's just that look in it. It's like, this is my look. And,
But it's like, but that's
no
his thing.
depth
It's
to
like,
him,
it's
man.
like the Tarantino thing, the shot out of the boot. That's Tarantino's thing.
Yeah, but that's that's director sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
but this
That's
is what he's
you can
doing for
You can
himself.
put on a movie and that, and like just go, oh, it's Tarantino, because of the style and that. But Vin Diesel, he's
He
just
just
a
wears
twat.
white vest.
He's just a twat. I fucking hate him. Can't act, really. Honestly, The Rock's got more depth.
But I like The Rock.
Yeah, not as much as you, but yeah,
I like
I
that.
can watch the film and not cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go, that's all right.
Apart from Scorpion King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I don't really like those mummy films anyway. First one's all right, but
I mean, for me, it just let it down massively, this movie. Once you figured out what they were trying to do with him and you saw they were basically going to repeat his memory on him to go and kill everyone.
yeah.
Straight away, 45
Changing
minutes in.
people
Yeah,
and all
45
this
minutes
lot.
in, you already know what's going on. And that is where it fell flat on its ass immediately.
Too many cliches.
Yeah, it's another one of them things. We're in an era
I'm sure
where...
people will like it out there, but...
But we're in that
Not-
era
not for
now
me.
for superhero movies to be excellent when they come out and they're not.
Yeah.
And we've learnt that through Warner Brothers. It's clearly this now. I mean, Sony are pretty good at making fucking superhero movies. I mean, they didn't do half bad with the Spider-Mans. They didn't do
Apart
half
from,
bad.
like, you know, when they started getting involved and, like, pushing fucking Sam Raimi to do, you know, get it tidied up and that.
But
Put this guy in, you know what I mean? When they get involved, then just leave it, mate. You know.
But for me, that's why I think this movie's fell flat on its arse. It's just... They tried to make a cash cow for Sony.
Yeah, they're trying the hardest.
Yeah, they tried to make a cash cow.
a universe
And
out of something. Don't know what,
Go on.
but something. I think the only thing really that they're going to do it with is Venom at the minute. I think that's the only universe they're going to possibly have, because that was an alright movie. And even that had its moments, but Tom Hardy's got depth.
I have issues with the Venom movie.
And so do I. But, like, you know, I find it was alright. Considering the fucking clusterfucks that we had before it off Sony, that was alright.
The only thing I enjoyed about Venom was when Venom came into it.
Right.
And from that point, it was alright.
But at least it shows you the struggle. This did not.
No,
This
it
was
didn't.
like, oh, you've got nanotechnology.
It was too easy.
Well, nanotechnology, okay.
It was just too easy
What
for
a
him.
wanker.
And it just bored me.
Yeah.
This movie absolutely bored me.
Like I said, the only time, like, you know, my ear sort of pricked up because I wasn't even fucking watching it was when fucking, what's his name, Lamorne Morris comes into it.
Yeah.
And does a British accent and that.
Nails it.
He sort of basically kept me interested. That character alone kept me interested. I just wanted to know what he was going to do with Bloodshot. And then after that, I was just like, whatever. Fight scene at the end, fucking crap. CG galore. Crap.
It was just off. All of it was off. After 45 minutes, I lost interest.
Yeah, I think they should have got someone else to play Bloodshot rather than fucking Vin Diesel.
But there's a reason why, if it has been in pre-production hell,
yeah,
there's a reason for it. And it showed that in this movie. It absolutely showed it.
yeah.
On that, I'm going to score it a 0.5. And I mean, that's generous because I enjoyed 2 scenes in it. And that was the Toby Kebbell dancing and a small part of the first fight in the Red
Do you
Tunnel.
like Tony Kebbell dancing to Talking Heads, Psycho Killer, and what?
The bit where he gets the side of his face shot off.
Really? I tell you what I liked about this, and that was fuck all. Apart from, like I said, Lamar Morris, and that was it.
Well, I'm going to give it a 0.5.
There was no depth to anyone, really, and he had the most sort of depth to him.
It was, yeah.
It was terrible.
None of it
I agree with you. It was 0.5 for me. Fucking shite. What a clusterfuck of a film.
Yeah, it was poor.
Yeah.
If you agree or disagree, hit us up in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe and smash that like button.
Smash it up.
I've been Anthony.
And I've been Neil.
And remember,
Hail the vegans!